Hey everyone, this is my update video for October 18th. It is Tuesday and it's just about time for dinner, so I'm gonna head down there pretty soon. But I wanted to just kind of send out a little update video to you guys of what God has done for me in this past week of my life, and as well as what I've been learning. And for those of you who didn't hear last week on my video, that I'm going to be sending out a video every week, and each week we'll essentially have gone through a new book. This week was Exodus, last week was Genesis, and I just want to share with you guys sort of what God has taught me through it, and what I've been able to learn. And for those of you who don't remember Exodus or have never read through Exodus, if you guys think back to Sunday school when you were a little kid, learning about all the plagues in the Red Sea and Mount Sinai and the Ten Commandments, that was all Exodus, and that's what's taking place in Exodus. And so as I started Exodus this past week, essentially it was a little slow at first, and I was kind of like, okay, God, what are you going to reveal to me this time? He showed me so much back in Genesis with the covenants and with Abraham and God being faithful through that. But as I went through Exodus, and as we dug deeper as a class, as we heard more in lectures, as I was able to see the text, and as God spoke to me, through the text, and as I studied it deeper, so much more came out of it, and it became so much more real to me. And it's amazing how you're able to take the Old Testament and you're able to apply it to your own life. There's many stories that are in the Old Testament, but at the same time, it's still the same God. God was, and He is to come, and He's not changing. God is constant. He's steady, and He never changes. And so it's been cool to just see how the Old Testament has spoken to my life, and Exodus in particular really just revealed the faithfulness and God's provision. And as you start with God, He calls the people out of Egypt. He takes His chosen people, the Israelites. He leads them out of Egypt. He delivers them from Pharaoh and his army. He takes them through the Red Sea. The Red Sea parts. He takes them through the Red Sea, and then and then Pharaoh gets defeated there, and He delivers His people from the Egyptians. And then from there, He takes His people and He leads them into the desert. And immediately, the Israelites, if you read through Exodus, you just see how much they complain. It's complaint after complaint after complaint. But every single time, God is faithful and He provides. Whether it's a rock that Moses strikes with his staff and water flows from it, and so the people have water to drink. Whether it's manna which falls from heaven, and it's in the morning there's dew on the grass, and it turn into manna. And then, or whether it's quail falling at night, so they had meat to eat at night. Every single time that the Israelites would complain and they would say, "Oh God, why have you forsaken us?" in a sense, God provided every single time. And for me, that was really, it spoke to my life personally as someone who's in YWAM, moving as a missionary, and I still have, I'm essentially living day for day, not knowing exactly where my money's going to come from. For this quarter, I still have to raise about $1,500 by the end of November, and then after that, I have 2 more quarters that I have to go through, which are each $3,900, and then we have outreach for 2 months, which is anywhere from $4,000 to $4,500. So that's a lot of money that still needs to come in. But after reading through Exodus, God really challenged me with this. If He's able to provide, every single thing that the Israelites needed, it was just incredible to see, because you look at it and it seems like they're just complaining a lot, but realistically, are we any different when we don't have the money for something, when we don't have food, or when we don't have this or that or this or that? We're so quickly to say, "God, oh why? What are you going to do? God, I need your help," but realistically, God will provide every single time. And like I said, this was a challenge to me, because God is calling us to just know that He will be faithful, He will provide, and we can trust Him with everything. And so my challenge for you guys this week is to pray and to look into your own lives. What areas are you not allowing God's faithfulness and His provision to shine through? What ways do you guys need to work on your trust, in a sense, with the Lord, knowing that He will provide? Because I'm sure that all of us, we're all human. We all have needs, desires, wants, and God will be faithful to you guys. He will be faithful to me. He will provide every single cent that I need. And, that's just faith. And that's just trusting that the Lord will provide. And we're able to look at Exodus as just one example. I have so many through the Bible of how God provides and provides and provides. So I hope everyone is doing great. And thanks again, everyone, so much for your support. I know I kind of say this every week, but really it does mean so much to me for all of you who are praying for me and supporting me. And it's just such a blessing. So I hope everyone's doing great, and I will talk to you guys next week after I finish Leviticus, which I have to do my first full reading of tonight, so that should be good. You guys can be praying for that. But anyways, thanks again, everyone. I will talk to you later.